For those of you who remember, FAO Schwarz had many famous stores, but the ones that come to mind in particular are the one in San Francisco and the one in New York. A lot of memories for a lot of different people. Very interesting business. What I want to focus on today is I want to focus on their trademark portfolio. Of course, their stores are now closed, but still, it's really interesting to see how they went about protecting their various brands. And I think this is a very good lesson for a lot of you out there that have your own retail businesses, because FAO Schwarz had trademark filings on their actual bags and on their color. And we're going to see that they also had marks on their color and on their bags, their packaging bags. So let's get into it. So here you go. So huge toy company. So this is what as this says, FAO filed for bankruptcy twice in 2003 before temporarily shuttering Fifth Avenue store in January of 2004. And then in 2009, they were acquired by Toys R Us, but they permanently closed their Fifth Avenue location in 2015. And then the brand was acquired by 36 Group. And apparently they opened new FAO Schwarz store at 30 Rockefeller in November of 2018. I did not know that. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at their trademarks. What you want to do is you want to go to tsdr.uspto.gov, and then you're going to want to click on search trademarks. You're going to want to do a search by owner. So FAO Schwarz, and you're going to want to do a search by owner. We'll see 60 marks. Now, one thing that's really cool, let me just get into the really interesting marks. So I'm going to click on image list, a little easier to visualize. I want to jump right into the really cool marks. So right here, as you can see, this is a mark on their actual bag. So when you go and shop in their store, you can see here this very distinct iconic bag, right? Two-tone red stripes, diagonal strikes coming across the bag. And as you can see, that's exactly what we see here. So this is a specimen that was submitted. So here's the bag. Here it is right here. Okay. So as you can see, so here is the bag that was submitted. Now, for some reason, it's kind of hard to see, but if you go to TSDR and zoom in a bit, you get a better image of it. And as you can see, they use dotted lines for the handles because the handles aren't important. It's the actual bag itself that they're trying to protect. Again, this application went abandoned, but it's still really interesting to see that their intent for pursuing a trademark on this actual bag. Now, let's look at something else that I think is really cool and really useful to a lot of you companies out there that have retail brands with color distinctive packaging that really could bring a lot of brand recognition. If we take a look at this mark here, this is on their actual color configuration. So as you can see, the mark consists of purple and red, a red stripe design. It's now been abandoned, but it was registered. So let's take a quick look. If we go here, documents, we can actually see the specimen that was submitted. As you can see, this is a specimen right here. So that color pattern, the purple and red stripes, this was actually a mark that FAO Schwarz filed a section 1A, filed a specimen statement of use, and this was a specimen. Really cool, really powerful. If you guys have your own businesses with really novel packaging or distinctive colors, you might want to consider filing a trademark on those colors. Let's go back just a few other cool marks I think are kind of cool for you guys to see. One is they name a lot of their characters. So for example, Truffles, I'll just show you, it's their teddy bear. So this is the iconic FAO Schwarz teddy bear that a lot of you may remember from your childhood. And then this other mark on Knuckles, Knuckles is the bulldog. Pretty cool. Again, covering toys. Let's go and check out what Knuckles looks like. So this is Knuckles right here. That's Knuckles the bulldog. Super interesting that they pursued mark. And this is their iconic design. Let's take a look at what specimen they submitted for this particular design. Again, this is the iconic FAO Schwarz logo. Here it is right here. So this is their holiday catalog. Again, we thought it was fun to do an episode on FAO Schwarz because it was such a iconic holiday related brand. I guess there are still stores in other parts of the world, and I guess one in Rockefeller Plaza. Let's go back and see what other interesting marks we can find. FAO Baby, Chuck the Toy Boy. Some of these are entertaining. Okay, so this is a cool design on retail store services. See if we can find the specimen that was submitted. This specimen was submitted in 2007. And here you go, right here. I was just saying this is a really valuable episode because a lot of you guys might have signs or emblems on the face of your store. Well, here's a perfect example of how FAO Schwarz got a registration on a character that was actually sitting in front of their store. Perfect example. Really cool thing to check out. This is the specimen that was submitted. This looks like the same photo, but black and white. And here's another one. Remember, these are at the entrance of the store. Again, if you guys have distinctive signs at the entrances of your locations, of your retail stores, you might want to consider also filing a similar type of mark on the design that sits on the front of the store. So here's the FAO Schwarz Fifth Avenue mark. let's see if we can see the specimen for this one. So this is the specimen that was submitted in 2008. Again, FAO Schwarz, Fifth Avenue. This episode, really, really good example on signage, on how you guys can protect signage for your stores, offering goods or services. Consider also filing marks on those signs. FAO Baby, FAO Cafe. I think, Victoria, I think you prepared a bunch of, if you want to pan through them, I think it'd be cool. Yeah, so that's the FAO Schwarz. There's another design. This straight word mark. Okay, so FAO with the initials with the dots in between the A and the between the F and the A and the A and the O. Also design this cool visual logo. Before we wrap up, maybe let's look at one more. Let's look at Penelope the pup. So it looks like this is probably attached to a teddy bear or a stuffed animal of a dog. It looks like this lovable pup is looking for a new home. So again, that's FAO Schwarz. Really, really cool to do analysis, see what marks companies, especially big brands like FAO Schwarz, big iconic brands, what marks they file on their strategy. This was a particularly useful episode for any of you guys that have unique signage or unique packaging. Consider filing trademarks on your signage, on the emblems that appear on the front of your stores, and also on color designs, on patterns that might appear on your packaging. If it's distinctive, and if you treat it as a source identifier for your goods, consider doing what FAO Schwarz did and also file trademark protection on those unique color designs and packaging. And again, for those of you who watched, you might want to also go back and watch the Tiffany episode and see how Tiffany protected their unique color and their unique packaging. So thanks so much for watching.